This is day 205 of startup. So I have now a basic MVP prototype and I have so many ideas to really implement on top of it. So what I have built right now is a very basic software to record your scripts or import them for cold calling and then be able to use them and play them during live calls to improve your sales delivery. So this is a very basic concept, but on top of it I have ideas like add features to have analytics, like which parts of the scripts work, which did not work, to be able to do more A/B testing. Some features for the team, for example, to managers, for the managers to be able to see how the team is performing, how individual people, their data, and their recordings managers can access from their own dashboard, and maybe some features for the teams to collaborate to see each other's performances and take inspiration from each other. And then I have ideas around some kind of learning and practice tool of role play, and also giving some automated feedback on voice using AI, and helping AI, also getting the help of AI to select the script, automate some of the portions, make it much more easy to navigate. And all of this, like, I want to do, I often get excited about implementing one of those or start to implement it, or sometimes it feels like uh, it sometimes it takes some amount of priority in my decision making. But then I realized that I need to just focus on this bare minimum and really make a strong foundation out of it, a strong footing. And just because when we create this first version, we just haphazardly take a lot of shortcuts to create. And I'm pretty sure, even though it works for us for some time, we are noticing when the users are using it for some amount of time, like yesterday with his SDR in Pune, India, when she was, after she made calls for around 30 minutes, there started to come some lag in the audio when it was played. So my co-founder noticed that the other person on the other side of the call isn't that responsive, and then he asked this SDR to call himself to test it out, and then he realized that there's a 2 second to 3 second lag of audio that came to him. And it is interesting because all of these small issues, these bugs are lurking, are hiding in fact, and it's very difficult to catch them immediately. But then when users are using them, they pop up, and then they decrease the trust of the users. So I don't know like how to like really solve all of these bugs, but I really think that we need to have a process now to have that confidence that maybe it doesn't do a lot of things, the MVP, but what it does really in a sturdy and reliable manner. So I remember one story from one of my friends. He went to, so this is when I was in India, and this friend, he went to South Korea in Samsung office there. So he worked for Samsung division of India, and then he was given the chance to go to the Korea office. I think that's the headquarters of Samsung there, and there he saw the testing division of Samsung, and there people were really playing with his phone. It's so Samsung has this system, a process where people, this testing team is paid incrementally to find bugs. So as in the beginning it's very easy to find the problems in a new phone, but as they improve it, they test out, remove the bugs, then it gets harder and harder to find these bugs. So Samsung gives them a sort of a bounty to discover these bugs. So people are doing all kinds of like crazy things with the phone to just make them break. So one guy would be like flipping, so I think those were the old days where they used to have flip phones. So one guy would be just opening and closing the lid, and he would do that for 15 minutes, like maybe thousands of times, and then probably there will be a little loose, the flip will be loose or some problem with the display after thousands flips, and then he will write that in the bug tracking system that after 1,000 flips this problem occurs, and now the development team has to solve it. So I think we need to really go crazy on our software and really test it out in hundreds of different possible ways. And in fact, there are also some bugs that we have already noticed, and there are some usability issues, like maybe whatever already happening, we don't have to add new features, but the features that are there we want to make them much more easy to use. So right now we have to select the scripts and play them, but we need to really find or maybe use AI to pre-select the script so that the user just has to click on the space button, one button to play, one button to pause, again play, pause. The scripts get selected automatically. Now we do not want to completely remove these buttons for play and pause because we do not want to make it a robocaller, because robocaller is getting banned in most of the places one by one, and I don't think there's a future there. And even if there is, we are really just focused on making a co-pilot to help the real salespeople instead of trying to replace them. So yeah, one of those, so we need to make it easy to play and pause the scripts. And then there's also the issue of there are some portions of the scripts that need to be filled in real time as a fill in the blank. So for example, hey, am I talking to John? So this word John is a name that needs to be substituted every time by speaking live. So I want to make it easy for the user, the caller, to be able to do that by using some kind of AI to stitch the word together. So user does not have to really think about the timing and perfection. He can just say casually and it will stitch in the right place. So yeah, these are some kind of features that really add more punch or stability to the MVP, but did not really expand it to more threads, because as we open up threads then new bugs pop up, and I don't want to create a whole big system which does a lot of things but does all of them badly, rather just to focus on doing some things, very few things, but do them really nice. Okay, that's it.